So you finally got yourself a pet Nautilus, and you are busy just riding him around the map, enjoying your new friend. But you don't know where to keep him. Well, that's where we've got you sorted out. So the thing is, a lot of you have just seen just tying him up on docks with a lead or something. Well, no, maybe your Nautilus needs something a little bit better than that. I was thinking, why not build a stable? Well, today we're going to show you how to build a very simple stable using day one beginner friendly materials, and this thing actually looks pretty good. So let's get off our Nautilus friend right quick and let's get started. So what we're going to be doing right quick is we're going to be doing something that is modular like most of the stuff we do. It uses only like beginner friendly resources. So what I'm thinking is, because the Nautilus is basically a like amphipod type thing, so not really the Nautilus you'd expect it to be, like in other stuff, we're going to actually go with a tide pool style design. This is doable with just cobble or really any stone you have on hand. So what we're going to do here, just remove some of that. We want it to be accessible but able to be blocked off in a hurry. So I'm not sure how deep the Nautilus actually goes. So what we're going to make sure we can do is block it off as needed. But I think we should be able to block this off with just some doors. We'll have to see. But I think this is a good shape right here. We're just going to basically build yourself a random shape that should work for it. Once you get a random shape, but you do not want it to be like perfect. The reason you don't want it to be perfect is because we're trying to go for a very natural sort of feel here with this sort of style. So as you can see, very rough shape. And if we go down, we're going to basically repeat that again until we are all the way down. So I'd say we want to go down probably no deeper than necessary because we want to be able to click the thing. Remember, you don't want to have to like dive to get to your Nautilus. You want to be able to access it from the surface. So that's what we're going to do. And as you can see, it is starting to have some shape. It's going to be about 2 blocks deep, which I know it sounds a bit small for a Nautilus, but as I said, you want to be able to park it and then quickly board it without having to go searching. So we're going to have to, of course, see if the thing fits. This is a whole thing about sizing it to fit the Nautilus. But as you can see, just go ahead and shape that. Once you have it all shaped, you can actually switch to a different block type. I'm going to recommend stairs. The reason I want the stairs is actually because they allow you to break up the appearance a bit. And like so. As you bring this all around, eventually it will start to take a bit more form, and this actually is starting to look a bit more fleshed out. And as we proceed to the next thing, what we want to do is add a bit of contrast. You don't want it to all be the same texture if you can avoid it. If you only have cobble on hand, then cobble, as you can see, does work. But look how much just a little bit of contrast adds. Just absolutely breaks up the appearance and makes it feel all the more natural. Now all this is, of course, doable in survival. I'm just doing it in creative for the point of the tutorial just to speed things up. But as you can see, very doable. Now, of course, how do you keep the Nautilus from escaping the pin? Well, that's the next simple part. Well, by waterlogging some trapdoors, or really fence gates is probably your best friend. The reason I'd go with fence gates is... Where are the fence gates even? As I completely... Ah, yes, there we go. We're going to go spruce fence because it's here. We could go with the other stuff, but we have a slight problem here, don't we? Can we waterlog? I think we can. Ah, see, we can't. Okay. For some reason, we can't waterlog it. That is interesting. So what if we go with trap doors instead? As I completely lose track of things again. So I'm going to go with oak trap doors because... Ah, see? This one doesn't... This one actually does stay waterlogged. So that's what I want to go for. And we're going to go with the second set right here. The reason we want it like that is pretty much just because it will protect it from the other stuff going everywhere. And there we go. Now it should allow you to store the thing here. Ah, and what's going on? Is it, it's nightfall. Okay. But what we're going to do now is go ahead and fill this in, and you will see that it is very much looking like a tide pool. And of course, I have to finish this up. You look at that, it is starting to... Oh, of course, where is the last one? Okay. Now we just have to find our Nautilus again, and we should be good to go. Where did the Nautilus even go? Oh. Oh, there it is. So if we were to go up, as I try and figure out how this thing's controls work, I don't think you can escape that. No, it cannot. So you have yourself a Nautilus stable that actually does its job. Now, if you wanted to make another one of these, you just pretty much could dig a cave right here and do other stuff like that. But honestly, this is a pretty simple thing you can just work with. Really easy to scale up. There's other things you can do, like you can make a boathouse. One of the things I was really thinking of doing was like the boathouse from Hogwarts. That one would be a really cool thing to do for a stable. There's a lot of different options you can do, but this one, really simple for day one. Like right after you find the Nautilus. Really easy. Tell me what you guys thought in the comments. I am genuinely curious to see your thoughts.